A situation like this calls for action. The meeting has been called off because the manager's ill. I was called after my grandmother. I'll call for the package at the post office on my way home. My aunt's ill, so I'm going to call in and see her after work. The sink's leaking. I'd better call in a plumber. He's been called up for military service. He called on them to produce some evidence for their accusations. Call her up on her landline. Your husband called for you while you were out. Could you ring him back? They were tired, but decided to carry on until they'd finished. If you carry something out, you complete it. True. They want a new manager to carry the project forward as it's been making very slow progress recently. A heart attack carried him off. She didn't look as if she was going to manage, but she carried it off in the end. I can't be bothered to cook. Let's get a carryout. If someone gets carried away, they are very emotional about something. True. The company wants to carry the loss forward to next year's accounts. She's going to divorce him because he's been carrying on with a friend of theirs. The meeting carried over into the afternoon. He takes after his mother. They have the same sense of humor. He was brought up in the countryside. I'm trying to give up smoking. I'm going to bed early tonight because I need to catch up on my sleep. We got caught up in a lot of trouble. She checked her luggage in as soon as she arrived at the airport. He went to the doctor's for a checkup. The hotel was very angry because she checked out without paying. The teacher checked off the names on the list as the pupils arrived. Could you check my work over for mistakes before I hand it in? Their parents always telephone to check up on them if they go out. They checked our names off on the list before we got on the plane. His alibi checked out, so the police released him. Some airlines want to see your passport when you check in. If you don't check over your work, you can miss many mistakes. If a business stops trading, it closes in. False. If a business stops trading, it closes off. False. If the police want to stop people entering a place, they close it off. True. If people move to stand closer together, they close down. False. If fog starts to surround you, it closes down. False. If a football player stops an opponent from being a threat, they close that player up. False. If the police close in on a criminal, they get nearer to finding them. True. If someone closes in on you, they ignore you. False. If people close you out, they are friendly towards you. False. If a wound or cut closes up, it heals. True. I hate my boss because he's always getting at me for not doing things the way he likes. The magazine is aimed at teenagers. It's hard work, but if you keep at it and don't give up, you'll pass. You shouldn't sniff at an opportunity like this. I wasn't very hungry, so I just picked at my food. A few friends came round last night, which was a pleasant surprise. Although I shampooed the carpet, the wine stain just wouldn't come out. She came into a lot of money when her aunt died. Come on, hurry up. You should have finished ages ago. She wasn't given enough anesthetic and came to during the operation, which was very frightening. Come off it, that's not true. Some friends came over last night, which was nice. I came across some old photos when I was tidying my bedroom. It didn't come up at the meeting. Nobody talked about it. The police came for the criminal while he was in bed. I didn't think it would come to losing your friendship. If something becomes very popular, it catches out. False. If someone realizes you are lying to them, they catch you up. False. If you meet someone after a long time and discuss what has happened to both of you, you catch up with them. True. If the police finally realize someone is a criminal and arrest them, they catch up on them. False. If your past catches up with you, bad things you did start to affect you negatively. True. If something becomes very popular, it catches on. True. If someone tricks or deceives you, they catch you on. False. If someone catches at your sleeve, they grab hold of it. True. If you're behind with your work, you need to catch out. False. If you haven't slept for a couple of days, you need to catch up on your sleep. True. What's up with you? You look so unhappy. All the staff are worried about their jobs because profits are down this year. They didn't like the film, so they left before it was over. Is she up yet, or is she still in bed? I'm counting down the days till the holidays start. She counted out 50 pounds in 5-pound notes and handed them across. If you're going there tomorrow, count me in. I'd love to go. You can count me out. I don't want anything to do with it. Can I count on your support? My messing things up last time will count against me when they're deciding who should be in charge. Loyalty counts for a lot in this company. When the shop closed, we counted up the day's takings. I count them among my closest friends. I was disappointed because I was counting upon you to be there for me. My phone was cut off last week because I forgot to pay the bill. The engine cut out and wouldn't start again. She cut down smoking from 20 cigarettes a day to 10. The tree was blocking light from the living room, so I cut it back. The government has cut back a lot of its spending plans. My wife always cuts the crossword out of the newspaper so that it doesn't get thrown away before she's finished. If the deal's successful, should we cut him in on it and give him a share? His hand was cut off in the accident. Those kids are making too much noise. Could you tell them to cut it out? Do you think you are really cut out for a job that involves such responsibility? I think you're too gentle for it. Her doctor told her to cut all animal fat out of her diet completely. If you mull something over, you try to ruin it. False. If you toy over an idea, you think about it. If a scandal blows over, it gets worse. False. If something is ticking over, it is doing okay.